Hi Detlef, thank you for joining our interview. I have a couple of questions for you and I'm happy to hear your answers. So starting with, what is the actual API trend in 2023?
So first of all, hi APIIDA, likewise by the way, giving me the chance and the freedom to respond to your hot burning questions. You mentioned the API challenges in these days, and there is, I would say, the one and foremost challenge is about people, about giving people the appropriate tools so that they have the freedom to turn their API ideas into a sustainable value for a company, so that they do have a strategic view on APIs. That is what I would say is the most important and I would say one of the hottest topic in the industry, that people don't want to no longer be bound to a certain technology. They want to be independent. They want to create a learning environment. And of course, this environment should be as secure and hardened as possible.
Talking about independence also means Federated API Management. What is your opinion on the trend where Federated API Management is becoming more and more important?
Yeah, what I would say, from our point of view, talking to a lot of customers and just coming back from the US, where particularly this trend is no longer a trend. It's already a matter of fact that the more you are into the digital business, the more you are going to harness the value of the data, the more you are going to build a robust, stable, I would say to a certain extent, invulnerable data supply chain. The more you discover that you should separate your technical underpinning gateway technology from the strategic API management tasks. That is what we see not only as a trend, that what first customers already understood and are going to implement certain robust, independent, you can say even to a certain extent, autonomous API management solutions on top of their API technology and gateway environment.
And is there a current solution on the market?
There is, as we speak, no comprehensive solution available. Of course, there are certain building blocks which you can maybe somehow script or configure together, but that was the motivation for us, because we discovered that necessity, or this, I would say, unmet need already in the year 2020, when we came up with the idea to build an API master management, or in other words, to build a so-called API controller. Because there is an urgent need of an API control mechanism on top of all the distributed and different gateway infrastructure, regardless whether it's on-prem, whether it's hybrid, or whether it's already 100% cloud-based. You are in urgent need of an API controlling mechanism in order to ensure that corporate standards, when it comes to security, when it comes who is doing what and is developing what with APIs, and in the end as well, when it comes about the invulnerability of the entire systems, that this is an absolute necessity to really separate operational, stateless, and stateful API data. In other words, implement a controlling mechanism or the API control plane from APIIDA.
And the APIIDA solution is already on the market. You can easily start with it.
Yeah, we discovered that at least, and the solution is not built as a I would say, somehow just PowerPoint slide set. No, we developed that solution together by really drilling deeply and broadly down to more than 100 mission critical customer projects. That's what we discovered with them together. And the solution is not only available, the solution is in production. And as we speak, we are going to manage at the moment, I would say, a couple of 100 different gateways. We are available to manage particularly provision, I would say more than 7 different gateway technologies for, of course, different business cases, regardless whether it's Amazon, whether it's Microsoft, whether it's, of course, to name the cloud players, whether it's APIIDA or Google, where APIIDA is now becoming part of the Google Cloud ecosystem, whether it's, of course, Gong, whether it's X-Way, or last but not least, whether it's Layer 7 from Broadcom, a very robust platform as well. So we are going to deal with all those platforms. We organized, I would say, one common management mechanism on top of it. Yeah, and of course we are going to associate that with superior engineering services as well.
And besides that unique solution, the control plane, what makes APIIDA so special?
Yeah, I would say again, it starts with the talent and it ends with the talents. We do have API management experts, and everybody on its own has an experience of more than, I would say, 70 mission-critical API transformation projects under his or her belt. That is important, and that makes us so special that our laser focus on API management pays off. When it comes to mission-critical, I would even say heavy lifting API transformation projects. That is what we bring as a major value to the table, beside the fact that we understand deeply and, of course, as mentioned broadly, that we understand how to play the API ecosystem of the different vendors as well.
Okay. Thank you for this important
You're welcome, Alina.
insight.
Looking forward to the next one.